Friday. We get to talk about the money today. This is Patty Cepeda calling in from South Carolina. And it's exciting to talk about the money with a product, with a company that is about to explode. We should be, our projections is that we'll double here in the next, I don't know, 36 months, 36, double? Are you kidding me? 36 to 42 months. You're looking at, oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me. We're looking at putting on so many more people. There are so many more people currently looking right now, and I'm excited about where we are with the comp plan and where we are with growth and what's about to happen in the explosion, because we're hitting that critical mass, and it's kind of where everybody's starting to Isagenix, I'm looking, and they're looking for it, and all we have to do is really work diligently right now, get in the way of it. I'm excited about where we're at right now. So I hope you guys are getting this. I know you'll hear some of the bigger leaders that have been around, done this before, like last night's Zoom call. We are seeing it. We see it. We're feeling the feelings that we know this. We've done this before. This is exciting. So it's exciting for the ride of our life. So let's get this rocking. I'm excited today. We've had quite a few new advancements this week. We've had Aaron Brower hit 5-star, which is a huge accomplishment. We also, if you were on Wednesday's call, if you weren't, they were on Wednesday's call. You might want to go check that out, because Wednesday, he was fabulous. We're going to actually have him back. He's over on the West Coast, so it's a little bit, early for him. But you know what? Dr. Tony does it. He's battering me to do another call, by the way. So 5-star actually puts her in an income bracket that is extraordinary, to be honest. And we also have Renee Schreiman. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. I just want you to know first before I go to Renee. All right, 5-star. I want you to realize that is a 100 to 149 cycles a week, an income of $5,400 to $8,000, over $8,000 per week income at 5-star. This is like unreal, right? When you think about it. And, she said, well, I went through this time and, it didn't happen as fast as we wanted it to. Nobody seems to go as fast as they want to go. But the truth is, where are you going to make that kind of money? Where are you going to do it? I think people lose perspective when they're in our type of industry. And of course, Isagenix Millionaires, amazing. He's in 3 years. He pulled it out. He wrote it down. He did it. And now today we're excited to have on the call with us a brand new 6-star Golden Circle, Renee Schreiman. And that means, let me tell you what that means. It's 150 to 199 cycles. That's the equivalent of $8,100 to $10,746 per week. Guys, this is before bonuses. Then they hit bonus. I just got a call yesterday for a couple $1,000 bonus. These guys get these bonuses on top of all this. This is crazy. You guys have it in front of you. Understand that the bonus pools are meant for you that are newer, coming up the ranks. We kind of cycled out of bonus pools and we haven't been hitting them. But as you go into a new reentry, then you can cycle back into them as that reentry starts to grow and do something. So just have an idea in your head of how it works. You don't have to know exactly. I know some of you are very analytical and you want to know exactly. And that's okay if you want to know exactly. I actually don't need to know all that. I just don't even need to know my titles. I remember one time when I was first starting out, somebody started introducing me with all these stars and stripes and titles, and I started giggling when they introduced me. I said, I don't even know what that all means. All I know is we're just helping a lot of people, and it's a lot of fun because we're seeing great transformations in people's bodies. And now we're, and then at that time we were making money, and there were starting to be other people making money as well. My own sister grew to 4-star Golden Circle in about 7 months. So that's over $4,000 a week. Never did this before. And Renee here with a brand new, beautiful baby. She just sent me a little video of it last night. I'm excited to have you on today to talk about the money and just kind of share a little bit of what because a lot of people want to know, okay, you hit 6-star. I was interviewed too, because they can all actually look up the money information, but I want you to go over it. I'm not saying I don't. But, the truth is you did this, you have a brand new baby, you're just an amazing, Sadie Pearl's going to behave because we know she's going to watch our little YouTube videos now, right? But you're doing it around life. You're doing it around a husband, a new baby, and tell us your story. How did you get in? What were your first feelings about it, etc.? Good morning.
Sure. Good morning, Patty. Well, first of all, thank you for that introduction. I mean, I have to say with you, I can't even keep up with how many crystal executives you've helped create. I know it's upwards of 20. How many business centers you guys have? It's just absolutely amazing to be mentored by the number one income earners, top earners, number one platinum in Isagenix. I mean, we are so blessed. You and Herb are always available. I mean, obviously, you guys need these calls. Like, there's no other team that does this. So I'm just so grateful for both of you. Yeah, I was texting Herb last Sunday night, like at the last minute. I'm like, can you check my math for me? And, it's just we're so grateful for everything that both of you do for all of us. So I just wanted to put that out there. And now I just lost track of the question of yours.
Well, you know what we want to know, Renee, is just, with the real down and dirty, everybody thinks it's so easy to get where you got. And of course, what is your story? How did you hear about this? What were your initial reservations or feelings about all of this, the industry, etc.?
Oh, goodness. Okay. So first and foremost, I was a corporate grinder, okay? I worked in a corporate role, climbed the corporate ladder, otherwise known as the corporate pyramid, for those of you who can relate, and maybe that is relatable to what we're doing with you here, for almost 14 years. And I had a job before I graduated college. I was driven. I was that type of person. I worked in consultative type of management roles over my career. And when I was introduced to this, I purely was introduced to it for help. I even told my enrolling sponsor, don't talk to me about that other stuff. I know what this is. I have family that do other businesses like this. I just need to get healthy. And so I really kind of turned a blind eye for the first 2 months. Now, I did my second month make $25. I got a nice little 30-day CIV because my husband outed me to one of his coworkers who joined me on my journey. And that kind of turned a little switch on, I'm not going to lie, although I really was still so skeptical about everything. Not necessarily about the products, because as many of you know, whether you're on day 5 or day 50 or day 500, this lights you up from the inside to the outside. I mean, it was undeniable, the transformation I had. So check that off on your belief meter, right? You've got the product story, you've got the product experience. That's a 10, right? So for me, that was a 10, and I got it. But I still was so weary about the opportunity. And, a very wise person really showed me what was possible. She said, so what lights you up? What drives you? And of course, I have to be honest, I was working 50 hours a week. I was away from my children. I had 2 boys at the time, and I wasn't home very much. My husband worked full time. Plus was getting his MBA, and we had we had an ailing parent. So I have no time. So if you're on the phone call and you're thinking either you don't have time or everyone tells you they don't have time, people who don't have time excel in this business because they're very diligent about how they spend their time. They maximize their time. They're very, very efficient. And that's where I thrive. So long story short, I was about 3 months in, and someone opened up their back office, and I remember sitting in an event with Herb and Patty in this tiny little hotel in this little conference room, and think about how big we are now. And they said, look, this is what I've done. This is what you will do, right? They breathed that belief in me that I will do that. And I believe that. I truly believe that. And that's where everything shifted. I became intentional. I really started to focus on helping more people because I knew if you pay it forward, if you love on people and you show them a better way, whether it's for health or finances, that it's always going to come back. And my goodness, did it ever. From that day when I started sharing 3 months in, I would say about 9 months later, I was able to match and then exceed my corporate 6-figure income and get to see my son get off the bus for his first day of kindergarten. It was absolutely emotional, so exciting. And, that's really what lights me up. That's my story. And it keeps evolving, as yours will too. But we all have to start somewhere.
Yeah, and that's amazing. When you have such a transformation in health. See, that's what I'm saying, guys. When we touch people physically, we touch people emotionally. We don't have to push them. Like, if they pushed you to the business, before you had this encounter, you probably would have been, I don't know if you would have been gone, but you might have been gone, right?
Yeah, I really want to be authentic about it. Like, you don't want to turn people off because this isn't one of those things, right? Because they say, oh, it's one of those things. It's not one of those things. Like, this is a life-changing opportunity, both physically and financially. And a lot of people don't really understand it because they have this preconceived notion, or they have this, ingrained idea of what they think, our industry is, or how this business model works. And it's all wrong. It's all wrong. We have just as much of opportunity as anyone else to thrive and succeed. And to be honest with you, within this business, this industry, this company, we have a much, much larger opportunity than anybody else in the world has. They just don't know it yet.
Absolutely. Were there ever times you felt like quitting?
I've never felt like quitting. And I've actually had this question where I had a conversation with somebody that's on another team about this. I've never felt like quitting, ever. However, with that being said, that doesn't mean that you don't have your peaks and your valleys. My business center, right before I had my daughter, was at its all-time high. Obviously, income disclaimers, right? But I made $20,000 in the month that I delivered her. And let me tell you, that was the most amazing feeling, knowing that in my previous job, when I went on maternity leave, I made less than half of my salary for only 6 weeks. And then, so to know that I made that much money, was amazing. Now, listen, it's not all rainbows and sunshine, because the year and a half after I had her, I was very focused on being a mom and living that life and enjoying the residual income that I had worked to build up. I never took my foot off the gas, but it wasn't as intentional, and I noticed it. And so it was a little, you definitely are like, what am I doing? Okay, you got to get back into gear. And once I did that, things really started to shift for me. But I never, ever, ever, and I will say, I tell people the only way to fail is to quit. And I have never thought about quitting. It's not an option.
Awesome. I had my phone muted here. My little dog's trying to get up on the chair, so I couldn't be so quick on the unmute button.
I've got a YouTube video going in the background. So.
Oh, good. That's awesome. So let's go into, first we have a hand up. Let me see what John wants. Let me see. I'm going to go to South Florida and say, hey, John Machete, what's going on? I see your hand up. Do you have a question or a comment or?
Actually, as a quick recognition, I know we do it on Monday, but it's an amazing story, and I think
we're okay with that, right, Renee?
Oh, yes. I love recognition.
We're spontaneous. Go ahead, John. Let's recognize her today, or him.
Patty, we have Kenneth Manos is also on the phone from the Refuge Ranch Ministry. I think he has his hand up. He actually, they had a sip and sample gathering Tuesday night in Georgia. And a 19-year-old individual by the name of Katie, who is a waitress and a college student, she invited 6 people. All 6 people showed up at the event that MJ Nixon, Kenneth, Mark, and Ginny Nixon hosted. And 3 of them enrolled on the spot, one being her mom and one being her girlfriend. And they're actually doing her mom's gathering a sip and sample this coming week. So in 1 hour, she ranked advanced to consultant at 19, and just unbelievable. The mindset, the leaders that she's following out there, and I wish I had this. At the age of 19, because our star group is on fire, and she messes us up by 50%. Just imagine 10 years from today that she has millionaire status and not being a part of the 40-40-40 plan. And most people, if you don't know what the 40-40-40 plan is, in corporate America, where I came from, it's working 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life, and the government taking 40% of your gross income. So, recognition for those guys out there, because they are booming.
They are booming. You know what? I unmuted Kenneth. Good morning, Kenneth. Congratulations to all of them. But Kenneth, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. No, it's so funny because Katie she didn't stop hearing MJ and I talk about Isagenix and seeing all our stuff that we consume every day, every Friday night. We're having it in the house. And so she finally says, I got to do this. And then look what happened. She she's got a consultant already in 2.5 weeks of being in this business at 19 years old, and now her best friend, like Johnny just said, we're doing sip and sample for her next Thursday, and she's already excited, hasn't even got her product yet.
Oh my goodness, this is exciting. So, and you just heard about this recently then, right?
About
Isagenix, did you just get involved recently?
Oh, no, I've been doing Isagenix with the Nixons for a little bit.
Okay, gotcha. Well, fire up. This is exciting. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, John. Let's get back to the money. You know what? I just texted Renee while you guys were chatting, and I thought, let's talk about how to make the money fast. You know, I know there's a lot of people on here that want to know, because Renee, man, you went ahead and replaced the six-figure income. For those that joined late, she's able to pick her, have her be in the car lot. She's able to go to school now. She's able to do what she wants. She's able to be involved with her kids. She's able to, instead of having to drop them off somewhere and run over to the six-figure job income and be wherever she wanted, now she's free to do these things. And so there's a lot of people on the line right now that would love to replace those incomes. They'd love to just, even if it's slowly but surely, but I want to remind you that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It might take a little bit, and Renee already said it. If the only way to lose here is to quit, you can't fail here. You can only quit. So let's talk about the money and how to make it fast. What's that fast track to success? I know it's work and all of that, and it's dependent upon how hard you're going to put and what you're going to put into it. But Renee, why don't you talk about that right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I love talking about this. This is my sweet spot. So, I always tell people when you come in, I remember going to an event, and Eric Cooper was on the stage. It was here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he said, all right, I want each of you to turn and find two people in this room you don't know. So guaranteed, you know two people, okay? But there's a lot of people in that room. They didn't know two people. They found two people they knew. Or they found two people they didn't know. So everyone knows two people. But the reality is everyone knows 10 people. Everyone knows 100 people. They just get in their own way and they forget or they don't realize that everyone knows somebody. And it might not be about who you know. It might be about who they know. And that's the beauty of this compensation plan and what so many other businesses don't have. It's what we offer. So it really starts with a very basic concept of you sharing, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you to go share with 10 friends, okay? And those 10 friends are going to find two people. That's how you're going to max out our compensation, not max out, but that's how you're going to hit the highest leadership level in our compensation plan. But I'm going to back up a little bit because some of you might be a little bit overwhelmed by me saying, go find 10 friends and tell them to find 2 accountability partners. And that's okay. That's how we fast track. But when you share with your very first 2 people and they're ordering at least 100 what we call BV, which is business volume. So let's say you get each of them started with a value pack, okay? It's our most comprehensive pack, highest retention, best success rate. It is the best pack. That's what we try to get everybody started with, all right? So Isagenix is going to give you front-end bonuses, like a, hey, referral bonus. Thank you so much for sharing. And they're called product introductory bonuses. So write that down if you have not heard this term yet, PIB. You're going to hear PIB a lot. And all these acronyms, BB, business volume, PIB, product introductory bonus, don't get overwhelmed by them. Write them down and refer to them often because we'll use them over and over and over again. And that's going to be how you're going to get more and more comfortable and confident with our compensation plan. So you're going to share with 2 people, okay? Jim and Sarah, all right? Now, that's what we call consultant. It's our first leadership level, and Isagenix is going to give you a $50 bonus when you share with those first 2 people and they remain active with a minimum of 100 BV business volume. That's their order amount. Okay? $50. It's not time bound. So you can do this at any point at any time. It doesn't matter if it's day 1 or day 500. You still get that $50. Okay? It's our only bonus that's not going to be time bound. So now you're going to help Jim and Sarah each share with 2 friends. So Jim is going to have 2 friends that come and join with him. Same thing. Sarah's going to have 2 friends that come in and join with her. All right? Now, every time you help somebody go what we call consultant, which is what you just did, you're going to get $100 kickback from Isagenix as a thank you for helping them. All right, so you just got $100 for Jim and $100 for Sarah. That's a $200 extra on top of that $50 you just got. So now you're looking at $250. This could be even in your first week. This doesn't even include those product introductory bonuses that we talked about a few minutes ago that you got for getting them started on value packs, okay? For getting Jim and Sarah started on value packs, you got $80 for each of those. That's our front-end money. And when you
Renee,
yes, ma'am.
if you don't mind me interjecting, I just want people to understand something because I know that the company's diagrams, et cetera, kind of put Jim and Sarah on either side, and then they have them produce the two. I just want to remind everybody, because we have new people, that this manager, which Renee is discussing, you found two people, you shared it with two, and they shared it with two. That can go down one leg. So your team leg that's there. So I just want to interject as a reminder, because it's powerful, but putting people, stacking up that one leg, throwing them, silly me. Watch my verbiage. All right, so, and then what happens is if that was, maybe a spouse maybe Sarah was the spouse on the right, and she doesn't need to become a consultant, but then they put Jim and John on the left, let's say, as the team leg, and Jim and John both get two. That's the same concept, and Sarah can just be active to maintain you as a consultant if you were drawing a diagram as I am. So I just want to interject that so people aren't confused, because the company diagram. Yeah, go ahead, because I know you agree with this.
Yeah, as our compensation has evolved, I think it's more and more important that we stress that, because when I first started, a lot of us didn't know that. And we knew that we had to create two consultants to get to this next leadership level, which I'm about to cover. But we didn't realize they could be on one side. So as long as you have 100 active BV on either side, you remain as a consultant. You don't have to have all your consultants spread across both sides, okay, for this initial part of where we're going to go with a compensation plan, all right? So you need to have one active person with 100 BV on one side, or more. There could be two people, 50 and 50 or whatever the combination is, and then the other side. And I know that carbon patty is, as you're fast tracking, if you're somebody who's going to come in and you're going to be introducing this to a lot of people and you're going to be getting them started, you're really going to want to build the way in which they have also taught me to build. And that is, you're going to put one on your left, one on your right, and you're going to put at least 10 down your team line. All right? And that's how you're going to fast track it, because you want to create that momentum. So, your two consultants that we just talked about, those two people that you're going to help share us to, are probably going to be on what we call your team leg or your major volume leg. And whoever introduced you to Isagenix, make sure you get back with them so you know which side is your team leg or your major volume leg, because everyone is different. So I'm not going to give you an example of which are the others, because I don't want to confuse you. All right? So you're going to go ahead and help those two people go consult them. Isagenix, as I mentioned, is going to give you $100 for each of them. You've already got your $50 consultant bonus. And then if you have those value packs, let's say you got the two first people started on value packs, you do it in the same week, which is Monday to Sunday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. Isagenix is going to double those product introductory bonuses, PIDs. That's huge, guys. We're talking about going from $80 for one referral bonus all the way to $160. Well, you double that because you're going to have those two people. That's $320 that you're adding on to all of this money that you made potentially in your first week. It's huge. But here's where it gets even sweeter. If you help those two people go consultant and you do it in your first 60 days, which I know you're going to do it because you guys are all go-getters, you're going to get another $250 cash bonus from Isagenix. I don't know about you if you're doing the math, but this is a lot of money. There are people that spend tens of thousands of dollars to start a business, and it takes them close to 10 years to make that money back, little in profit. But think about it like this. Even if you yourself came in on the value pack, you already made your money back by going what we call Crystal Manager and getting that $250 bonus by helping those two friends help two friends. Okay? This is amazing. Like, you've made your money back, you're eating for free, and you're starting to profit just like that. You can't do that in any other business. So that's where this thing gets really exciting, and this is where you start to build momentum. You want to keep sharing. Okay? So you already have two friends that are consulted. You want to go find 4 more friends, and you want to help them share with 2 people each. So do you see where I'm going with this? This model is going to continue to duplicate. It's all about you share, they share, repeat. You share, they share, repeat. And you want to help them. You want to, give them the insight and the tools. Every time you have someone that you personally introduce to Isagenix, share with 2 people, get them started, they go consulted, you're going to get another $100. Okay? That's amazing. Up to $2,000, so 20 consultants in our compensation plan. That money in itself is amazing. Not to mention, every time each of those people orders, you have business volume flowing through your business, and that's where the residual comes into play. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, but let's get all the way to the Mac Daddy, which is executive. All right, so you hit what we call director. That's going to be 6 of your personally enrolled. Remember, we started with manager. We had the 2. Now we added on 4 more, so we now have 6 that you personally introduced to Isagenix. They've all shared with a few people. That's going to be called director. And if you do this in your first 120 days, got that, 120 days, Isagenix is going to give you a $750 bonus. Doesn't matter where your consultants are, okay? So make sure you have at least, I tell you all, but at least 5 of them are going to be on your major leg, your team leg, as we call it. All right? You want to make sure that you're going to build out that team leg, especially if you're growing fast like this, creating consultants so that you can really strategize and maximize your compensation plan. I have a child who's screaming at her YouTube video, sorry. So once you do that, we're going to want to go for executive, which means we've got 10 of our personally enrolled, and we're going to help 10 of them share with 2 people total. Okay, so what you did before counts towards this. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to mute 1 second so that I can get her TV background. Okay.
And she's fine. By the way, this is real life. I built around 5 kids, homeschooling 5 kids. A lot of people think that my plate was clear when I started, and it was not. And this is all fine. So guys, don't ever get yourself worked up when you're doing this. If I'm speaking to any moms or whatever, just learn how to use your mute. I know she's doing a call, so she can't really use her mute, and it's fine. It wasn't bothering any of us. It bothers the person more than it bothers anybody else, I think.
Crisis in my house. The iPad died.
You're fine. Go ahead. You're doing great.
We'll fake it till we make it. That's how we roll. Okay, so we got 10 consultants, right? 10 consultants is going to be what we call executive. But here's the thing. You want to make sure you've got 5 on your left side, 5 on your right side, and then what you're going to do is you're going to do that in your first 100. Sorry, he is not happy with me. Okay, Sadie Pearl, just calm down. You're going to do it in the first 180 days. And when you do that, Isagenix is going to give you a shiny title called Crystal Executive, and you're going to get an extra $1,000 bonus. And that was like, when I did that, I'll tell you, I chased Crystal Executive for like 4 weeks. I kept having one person drop off, one person come on. That's why you never, ever, ever want to stop recruiting ever. Hold on 1 second, Patty.
Yeah, that's fine. And you know what? That's a key point is have an average. And the bonus pools, which we're not going to get into today, and you don't need to fully understand them, but I'll tell you if you want to hit them and hit them tough and make the most out of them. This methodology and everything that Renee is talking about is, doable. You can have 6 consultants down one leg and then start building your other leg. That's fine. But the beautiful thing about our philosophy to build this way is that in the bonus pools, because they start at director pools, then they'll start to executive. But what's going on is you're not cycling so much. So people will say, well, this doesn't make any sense. I'm putting people where there's already all this volume, and if I put 300 points over here, I could cycle, and you're all focused on the cycling. Get that out of your head if you really want the big money, because what excites people more than anything else is the ability, or the when you go into your back office, doesn't it get you fired up? Oh my goodness, there's people. What does this mean? What's going on? And now, but then interject what I just said. Now you see all the people on your team, because your team starts to grow like a team the way it's supposed to, and you're like, well, I don't want to put people over there because I can cycle if I go right. But yeah, you can if you're small-minded. If you want to say big-minded, look at this as a big business. And this is a big business, because now all of a sudden all that volume is thanks. It doesn't go away at the end of the month like all these other companies, right? It just sits there and waits for you anyway. So just be patient. compensation, and I mean, it's as fast as you want it to be, right? Then when you go to the other side, I'm kind of in my philosophy and in my head here, I'm seeing the left team as the team leg. It varies for each one of you. When you go into your back office in your placement tree, there is above your knee, when you go into the placement tree, an arrow. If it's pointing up to the right, then the left team leg is your team leg, and vice versa. And so when you start going right, and then you're because if these teams grow the way that they can grow, I mean, we had to go back and forth because we had 2 full teams to build. Some of these teams you're growing with, you may want to make sure you have enough consultants on the team leg if they're growing like that. Because you might not want to go back there again. You want to make sure you have 5 solid. So get more than 5 solid. Go to direction, then come to the right, and you'll never pick your head back. Go back at it, Renee, because you are rocking it.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is that there's no such thing as getting to executive. You want to keep going. You want to keep hitting executive over and over and over again. That's a good point. That you can do it. For me, and I'm listening, guys. I came in. And I was a rapid enroller. I still call myself, jokingly, a sponsor monster. And because I love connecting with people, I love meeting people, I love helping people get started, I love creating consultants. And that's what I've done. I love creating that culture of duplication. So there's been times where I've had 22, 23 consultants. Last week, I think I had close to 20, 19 or 20. So, I want to encourage you and challenge you to really understand that with our business model, our compensation plan, not only can you grow Y, but you can grow D. So many compensation plans out there, they only want you to grow Y, okay? Or they only want you to grow D. Here, we have unlimited debt, so don't have to worry about losing out on, Sally, who was introduced to Isagenix by someone who was introduced by someone like, 8 people removed from you. I joke, but, I run a women's networking group, and we're sitting in the room, and I gave my gratitude yesterday for everything that I accomplished over the past year. I started this group, and I said to the women, whether you use Isagenix or you know someone that uses Isagenix, the chances of them being somewhere on our team or somewhere in our downline is pretty high nowadays. And it's awesome. That's the beauty of the compensation plan, is it doesn't matter. Every single BV, business volume, every single person counts. Every single person, and you have to make sure you treat every single person as they matter, because that's the beauty of this, is that they really, truly do in our compensation model. So, when you hit that executive, the bonuses are great. And the fact that you're going to get this amazing executive title is great, but you can't stop there. This is where you're going to shift a little bit, and it's going to be, you're going to keep personally recruiting, but now you're going to really start to develop some of your team, because you want to see other people as manager and director and executive just like you did. And that's one of the things that Herb and Patty have done a great job at. They have, I believe, over 20 executives that they have personally introduced Isagenix to. That's the beauty of this compensation, and that is actually duplication. That is our goal. Our goal is to create more and more executives in our culture, in our community. So that gives you a very, very high level, hopefully basic enough review of our compensation. The fast track to executive. You want to get to executive and go beyond. You don't want to stop there. You want to keep introducing to people, help develop them to consultants, develop them to managers and directors, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is exciting. It's amazing. I just had to check. I don't even know how many it's a wild thing. You just get moving. It's 22 we've produced. But here's the thing, I'm personal. But what's better is it doesn't matter where they are. If you're on a call and you're not personally enrolled, we'll work with you as if you were. You just always connecting people to the people that are between us that are leaders. We want to be able to leverage our time and train you all up to become the leaders. But we know selling into people for a season pays off big time, because now we're just duplicating ourselves and our efforts. And just to finish my train of thought, is that, as you're building down that one side, it seems like, oh my gosh, I'm not cycling, oh my goodness. Well, that's actually good for the bonus pool algorithm. And one of the other things, write this down, you want to do and put it everywhere, is to bring in 5 new enrollments per month. 5 new enrollments per month. That's part of the algorithm. So I'm telling you that right now. So these are some of the things you want to start to get in a habit and figure out how to. I know right now I'm playing with a few things. I have an assistant, and helping me kind of go through some of my people and some of the, people who, haven't renewed their accounts and kind of letting them know things are different now. We've got new products, et cetera. There's free enrollment this week, et cetera. And I had her doing a little something on LinkedIn. So if you got something for me, it was her helping me out in my account. And I know, Renee, I think you got something for me, didn't you?
I did.
It's so funny. It's like, I don't know. And then I had another guy from a different company who's like, well, I am, but, I don't really go straight for the jugular at people like that, and he was like kind of condescending. And I was like, well, I'm thinking I do need help here in the social media. But I want to try things, is my point. And if I find something that's working, you guys know the first thing I'm going to report back to are you guys, my team. I want you guys to have that success. So I'll toy with it. If something comes back, like right now I have a website, getsetfreenow.com, getsetfreenow.com, which is just my little capture page that I had put together. And I don't really love the video I put together, but you guys can let me know if you like it or don't like it by sending me if you might, whatever. I'm always open. I want to redo that. I just got to get myself together to redo that. I'm just toying with that as an idea, capture page, and then just ways. I'm going to be going on. I have a bishop that wants me to speak on his Christian radio show over in Wilmington area. So I'll be going on there, and I wanted a way where people could, if they want to know more about me, because I'll be speaking more about the gospel, etc. If they wanted to know more, that they had some place to go, and that I could actually be able to get back in touch with them, type thing. So that's what I love it. Say it again.
I love it. I will say, one of the things I love about you, Herbie, is that you guys are always willing to try new things. I remember when I first started Isagenix 4 years ago, Herbie used to pick on me because I used to pick on him about his lack of use of technology, and then you guys stepped it up. And, I love that you're just trying new things, because that's what this is all about. It's about thinking outside the box. It's about, doing what other people might not be doing, because that's how we're going to be able to help our people. Okay, so if you're unsure or wavering, just go do it. Go do it. Because, you guys always say you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Well, let's be realistic, right? Half these people you're probably never going to see again. We met. I was out to lunch at the Valentine the other day with a girlfriend, and she started chatting with the waitress. And not only did she enroll last week, but we have a sip and sample tonight, and she's bringing 4 friends. So kind of like what John was talking about earlier. If we hadn't opened our mouth and we hadn't talked about our breakfasts that morning, we would have never had that conversation. So I love it. You guys are doing innovative stuff with technology. Keep it up. It's awesome.
And Renee, right? I mean, we kind of have to be that way, because the algorithms of Facebook and social media change. And so we have somebody that's going to present, and I'll talk to you when we hang up, Renee, if you can talk a little bit more with me, but I know you have the baby. Because we have somebody that's going to go over that at our upcoming Express University. They're going to talk about the algorithm, some of the things that they've had and experienced. And again, so this could, 6 months from now, be dated information, but right now it's live. And that's what I'm attempting to do and learn. And yeah, you know me, I'm the one that wears myself on my sleeve. If I don't know something, I'm the first one to say, I don't know, And guys, I want you guys to really learn from that, because even when you're building in this type of thing, if people start hammering you, well, what's this? What's that? Well, it's so freeing to say, you know what, I don't really know about that, but then focus on something that you do know. But I know that this person just took 40 pounds in about 6 weeks here. I've never seen anything like this in my life, and we're not even a diet. That I do know. I know that I feel better than ever. But you know what? If you want more information about the product, then send them to the product website. I just drew a blank on the product website. Renee, help me out.
Isaproduct.com.
Thank you. Yeah, isaproduct.com, and that's a singular, right? Or is isaproduct?
Isaproduct, singular.
Singular. All right, isaproduct.com. And send them places.
I also suggest, if you have people that really want to know about the product, or maybe you yourself feel like, I don't know enough. Okay, well, let me nip that in the bud right now, because I want you to go to isagenixbusiness.com, and under tools and PDFs, there is a PDF, and write that down, guys, isagenixbusiness.com, go to tools, and then go to PDFs, and it's called Product Fast Facts. It is enough to be dangerous. I literally printed them off. I laminated them double-sided because I'm a street paper. And I would have them in front of me every time I did calls. So if someone asks you about a product, you can knock off 5 little things about them. And if that's one thing you learn today, forget about the compensation plan. Please, I stress and encourage you to do that because it is very easy to become product expert, not really expert, but knowledgeable enough to be dangerous. So just give that a shot.
I'm putting that in the next newsletter. That's great. See, this is great, right? If we can just get together with other people that are doing the do, you guys will realize that you're going to start to pick up little nuggets. That's why you have people that have been on these calls now for years and years and years and years. They pick something up like that's something that's so powerful, like what she just said. That's a great idea. Laminate it.
It works.
Yeah, it works. Well, guys, I hope that today's, let me just see something here if anybody's got their hand up. I didn't say for anybody to put their hand up, but this is getting to be a fun little call. I understand, no, there's no hand up. So, that I can see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this thing, guys. What are some of the last, here we are, 6-star Golden Circle. She's on her way to the next Isagenix Millionaire faster than she's probably getting closer and closer. Of course, obviously she is, but you're probably very close to hit millionaire.
I'm crazy.
You know that, Renee?
Crazy. Yeah, I am. I don't. I keep totals.
How much have you moved cumulatively?
Yeah. I think I should be close to 700. So I'm getting up there.
$700,000, guys.
Yes. And I'm only 36.
Oh my gosh. I don't think you could have done that as what you were doing before. That's all I've got to say.
Amen.
You guys, all right, well, that's the beautiful thing here. So let's go out and ask ourselves today. Great, thank you so much. I'm going to give you a ring when we hang up. Or you know what? You give me a ring when the baby's settled, or you can. It doesn't matter. She's making noise in the background. I've had 5 of those. But listen, thanks for having this. I love you. Thank you so much. Guys, let's go out and ask ourselves, who can I help today?